Hi, are you preparing for the CIPPE exam? Then this video is for you. In this video, I'll share practice questions and answers, and if you're interested in getting more free study material, check out our website, find the link in the description. Now, let's start. The rationale for data protection is primarily linked to which fundamental right? A. Right to privacy. B. Right to property. C. Right to freedom of expression. D. Right to work. The answer is A. Right to privacy. Data protection laws primarily derive from the fundamental right to privacy, which is enshrined in various international and regional human rights instruments, including the European Convention on Human Rights. Question 2. Which European human rights law has had a significant influence on the development of data protection laws? A. Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union. B. The Lisbon Treaty. C. The Single European Act. D. European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR. The answer is D. European Convention on Human Rights, ECHR. The ECHR, particularly Article 8, has significantly influenced the development of European data protection laws by recognizing the right to respect for private and family life. Question 3. The OECD guidelines on the protection of privacy and transborder flows of personal data primarily aim to A. Create binding international data protection laws. B. Provide guidelines to harmonize data protection laws across OECD member states. C. Protect national security interests. D. Regulate data processing activities within the EU only. The answer is B. Provide guidelines to harmonize data protection laws across OECD member states. This is because the OECD guidelines aim to harmonize data protection standards among member states, providing a non-binding framework that influences national laws. Question 4. What is the primary objective of the Council of Europe Convention 108? A. To safeguard individuals' rights regarding the automatic processing of personal data. B. To facilitate free trade within Europe. C. To protect intellectual property rights. D. To establish a common currency in Europe. The answer is A. To safeguard individuals' rights regarding the automatic processing of personal data. This is because Convention 108 was the first legally binding international instrument aimed at protecting individuals against abuses related to the processing of personal data. Question 5. The Treaty of Lisbon reinforced which aspect of data protection in the EU? A. Established a new data protection agency. B. Reduced the powers of the European Data Protection Board. C. Expanded the territorial scope of the GDPR. D. Made the Charter of Fundamental Rights legally binding. The answer is D. Made the Charter of Fundamental Rights legally binding. The Treaty of Lisbon made the Charter of Fundamental Rights legally binding, reinforcing data protection as a fundamental right within the EU. Question 6. Convention 108+ is an updated version of Convention 108 aimed at A. Simplifying data processing rules. B. Addressing new challenges such as digitalization and globalization. C. Limiting cross-border data flows. D. Harmonizing data retention policies across Europe. The answer is B. Addressing new challenges such as digitalization and globalization. This is because Convention 108+ updates the original Convention 108 to address new data protection challenges, including technological advancements and increased cross-border data flows. Question 7. Which major legal change occurred in the UK following Brexit regarding data protection? A. Adoption of the US Privacy Shield. B. Complete overhaul of the GDPR framework. C. Transition to using the Data Protection Act 2018. D. Development of an adequacy decision with the EU. The answer is D. Development of an adequacy decision with the EU. This is because following Brexit, the UK developed an adequacy decision with the EU to maintain the flow of personal data between the two regions under GDPR-like standards. Question 8. The European Court of Human Rights plays a role in data protection by A. Enforcing GDPR provisions directly. B. Ensuring the protection of personal data under the right to privacy in the ECHR. C. Drafting data protection guidelines for EU member states. D. Overseeing the implementation of the e-privacy directive. The answer is B. Ensuring the protection of personal data under the right to privacy in the ECHR. This is because the European Court of Human Rights ensures that personal data processing complies with the right to privacy under the ECHR, even though it does not enforce GDPR directly. Question 9. What is the primary function of the European Commission in the context of data protection? A. Proposing and enforcing EU laws and policies, including data protection legislation. B. Issuing fines for GDPR violations. C. Hearing appeals against national supervisory authorities. D. Drafting national laws for EU member states. The answer is A. Proposing and enforcing EU laws and policies, including data protection legislation. This is because the European Commission is responsible for proposing new legislation, enforcing EU laws, and ensuring compliance with data protection standards across member states. If you want more free practice questions, check out our website. And if you like this video, give us a like and comment below what other privacy topics you're interested on learning about. That's it for now. Best of luck, and until next time.